Well, I know it's been a little while, so I have tons of stuff to share. Loads of birthdays, news on Paramount, of course, Kickstarters, and well, you know what? I have so much, I'm gonna have to wait for a whole nother video to share the rest. So let's get this one started. Yes, this is the Star Trek Void, where I try to fill in the gap between new episodes with a little news, a little information, and hopefully a bit of entertainment. And of course, we're gonna start off with some great birthdays. First off, as per usual, provided by TrekMovie.com, we have a happy 93rd birthday to Robert Ito, aka Chang, in Star Trek TNG's Coming of Age, and John Kim, father of Harry, in the Star Trek Voyager episode Author. Very happy birthday to Robert. We're also wishing a very happy birthday to Kurtwood Smith. Happy birthday to Kurtwood Smith, who played four indelible Star Trek roles: the time-obsessed Anarax in Star Trek Voyager's Year of Hell, Thrax on Star Trek DS9's Things Past, the Federation President in Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country, and Klar on Star Trek Lower Decks. So a big contributor to the Star Trek universe, and I'm watching that 70s show, the second part. Still the best part of that show at all. It's what? No, that 90s show. Yeah, I'd rather watch that 70s show, but I'm continuing to watch that 90s show basically for Kitty and Red. And we continue with a happy birthday to Vaughn Armstrong, who has played 12 different characters over 4 different Star Trek series, and is probably best known as Enterprise's Admiral Forrest, Star Trek Voyager, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Star Trek TNG. And yes, that is a familiar face kind of everywhere. And oh yeah, look at, yeah, okay. So also on Enterprise for a couple of different things here. I see DS9, yep, and what is the TNG? What am I missing? Oh, TNG, my mistake. Okay, fantastic, wonderful, happy birthday, Vaughn. And I don't know, is he tied with Jeffrey Combs? Has he outdone Jeffrey Combs? Let me know below. Speaking of that 70s shows, if we're gonna do Kurtwood Smith, why not do a happy birthday to Don Stark, who is Bob on that 70s or that 90s show, depending on how you want to do this. Happy birthday to Don Stark, probably best known as Bob Pinciotti on that 70s show, which co-starred Kurtwood Smith, a multiple-time Trek guest star. He played Ashrock in Star Trek DS9's Melora, as well as holodeck character Nikki the Nose in Star Trek's First Contact. Yeah, you know what? I knew the face and I couldn't place it, and it might have been, the nose. Hashtagging Star Trek here. Happy birthday, Dawn. And just a reminder, these are recent birthdays in the past week or so. Nothing that I know of is today. But we will continue with another Trek movie entry. Happy birthday to Emily Kautz, who played Lieutenant Kayla Detmer on all 5 seasons of Star Trek Discovery. Hashtagging Star Trek as well there. Happy birthday, Emily. You know what? She's really high up on my favorite pilots. She was fantastic, and I really enjoyed watching her pull some pretty interesting maneuvers over the years. Now, it's funny, when the news last week came through that Donald Sutherland had passed, I wanted to figure out a way to include that. And wouldn't you know, the social media gods or deities that control all these things, the powers that be, threw this into my feed, and kind of perfect. We've got Leonard Nimoy, Donald Sutherland, and Jeff Goldblum, which, considering Independence Day is sort of an important movie around here, also very appropriate for me. So happy Independence Day. A little late for all of my fellow residents and citizens of the US. This one was shared by Adam Nimoy, of course, Leonard's son, Donald Sutherland. What a talent, with Lenny and Jeff Goldblum in Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Oh, you know what? I wasn't allowed to watch that because I was too young, and I don't know that I've ever gone back and watched it. Might have something to watch on one of my plane rides to Vegas here in, 3 weeks. And since I had Leonard in the last one, it seems only appropriate to keep going. This one is shared by The Star Trek, a lovely pic of Leonard Nimoy and Majel Barret at the very beginning of Star Trek. And a lot of hashtags here: Star Trek, Star Trek TOS, Star Trek the original series, TV show, 60s, sci-fi, actress, actor, the Hollies. And oh my goodness, they both look fantastic. Something is going on with Leonard's eyebrow over there. It looks like, I don't know, does he still have some makeup on? Very, very cool picture. My goodness, what a rarity. Thanks so much for sharing the Star Trek. And while we have beautiful people together, I saw this, and gosh, you know what? Their baby is beautiful. Don't you believe? This is shared by the Holodeck for Mom and Dad. This is fantastic and fun. Brent's loving gaze down to this interesting creation of theirs. Apparently, it is pretty fantastic. This has got to be from an episode, and I am just blanking because they're a little distracting. This moment is silly. Let me know in the comments below if you know what episode this is from, because I'm sure I'll think of it as soon as I'm done and then smack myself. But that's all right. Let me know below. And share in the silliness. Well, those were our fun birthdays and behind the scenes, just throwback pictures. I have fun with these. I'm so glad they just come out and people just share them all willy-nilly. I'll take them willy and nilly. But I do have something fun to share now. Well, I think it's all kind of been fun, but where I wouldn't have it up here. But something interesting for one of our Star Trek actors. And I've been actively talking about it. I hadn't really contributed yet. So I thought I might. And so I did. I went ahead and only put in $20 for now. I had 5. Depending on how this channel does through the month, I may add a little something to that by the end of the month. We do have until August 1st, and I'm asking now and trying to find out if there's a place we can display the QR code to this at our table, even though during Star Trek Las Vegas we'll only be there for one day, that first, and then the other days it's too late. But it would be nice to be able to see if anybody who is there wouldn't mind contributing a bit and see if we can help him out. This is, of course, a fundraiser by Todd Stashwick. It's probably helpful if I give you this information. It is for ProgCore Fantasy Dark Age of Theer, and this here is the landing page for that. I will include, of course, the link below so that you can join in the fun. They're trying to raise $150,000. What are they trying to raise it for? A multimedia fantasy RPG experience, system agnostic sourcebook plus 5e compatibility, actual play, original soundtrack, animation, and more. And I will tell you right now, if you do the lowest tier, which is that $20 tier, you get the option to donate a bit more and get the soundtrack. So it's kind of nice right there. But let's look at some of these tiers real quick. I'm not going to show you all of them, but I'm going to show you that these raised almost $70,000. So nearly halfway there. 455 backers and 23 days to go. So this is totally doable if we pass this around and do what we can. Let's see here. You should know as I'm going down to the tiers so that we can get a look at that. There is a ton of information here. This is no fly by the night Kickstarter trying to get some cash. All right. So starting off, we have the Good Citizen of Theer, $20, signed limited postcard. I was good with that. I thought it would look nice on the wall, and I can say I did a little something, possibly a bit more later. Adventure Seeker, early bird, $40, $75 for the uncovered secrets, early bird, $65. And you can see what comes with it. When you get down to, let's see here, $200, you get the quite a bit. System agnostic RPG sourcebook down to an all stretch goals add-ons automatically included with this. We got the D&D conversion guideline. I'm going to read kind of back up here. Special thanks and all credits. That's kind of cool. Exclusive behind the scenes content. So good stuff. Now, I heard that there's some crazy stuff when you get like really, let's really put some money in here. Okay, let's go with $5,000. Associate producer credit for actual play and animated short. Signed system agnostic RPG sourcebook, signed postcard. That's what I get. Limited edition poster print signed as well. And like all the good stuff down here. 10,000. Oh, let's see here. The executive producer credit for actual play and animated short. Now, private table at the tavern signed. If you haven't been watching Todd Stashwick on Instagram on his Saturday morning coffee, you are missing some fun information on Star Trek, on Todd, on just different conventions they're headed to. It's good stuff. But also, he's been showing this fantastic table that is being created for this specifically, and it's a D&D table, a gaming table. It is fantastic. Well, I shouldn't say I've seen it, but the work that this guy does, and I wish I thought of his name right now. I'm losing it. Oh, by by the Weather Dragon right here. My apologies. And it's being done by the Weather Dragon here, as you can see. His work is beautiful. If you are a gamer, this is the table you would want. The ultimate collector's everything. It's freaking fantastic. So check these out. While you're at it, check out Todd's merchandise for Nerd Circus. He's really excited about getting some new stuff out here. I'm going to show you real quick. I kind of dig that just because it reminds me of Scooby-Doo. This dude reminds me of Shaggy running away. And that's nice. May you always roll with advantage. Nice. And same thing on the back here. So if you like Todd, if you like the D&D RPG kind of games, go check some of the stuff out. Again, the links will be below, at least to what I can find, and we'll see if we can help them out. And now we're on to my favorite subject that I will try to keep as short as possible for all of our benefits, because there's not tons of news to report, but there's kind of something. And to keep it short and quick, I'm just going to go to the post rather than the article this time. This is shared by TrekMovie.com. Love them. We are keeping an eye on Paramount Global. Reports say that the board has approved the Skydance deal. Yes, the board has approved the deal. However, we're awaiting official announcement, which could be tomorrow. This was posted yesterday. So far, I haven't seen anything, but I will double check, and that'll probably be in the next updated video because we all love this news. Bear in mind, there will still be 45 days for other bidders and then regulators, but looks like #it's happening. So nothing necessarily official, but this time things seem to be going a little bit further than they did before. So a bit more information, but still no signature on a contract. And those 45 days are kind of crucial. So we will see what happens, and I will do my best to keep you apprised of the situation. I want to thank you so much for joining me. I hope you got some fun info and maybe got to wish a happy birthday to your favorite actor. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you enjoy this content in this format, please subscribe, because there will be more. If you'd like to hear more about Star Trek Las Vegas, you'll have to come back. So you might want to hit that notifications bell so you'll know when the next video comes out. Be aware that, of course, I do cover Outlander and some other shows on occasion. I'm going to be talking about 12 Monkeys on the 24th of July, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, while sharing a drink that is made by an actor from another show I talk about. So do look out for those Outlander updates, as well as the Star Trek updates that you'd look for. And if you like Outlander, check those out, because, you know, I like talking about the stars and what's going on there as well. For my subscribers and my members, thank you so much for your extra support. I do appreciate it. It's really come in handy when I needed that new hard drive. And do look out for the announcements for the live chats one-on-one with you. All you have to do is let me know what time, your time zone, the day you'd like to talk as well, and which application you like to use for this talk. Google Chat, Zoom, or my Discord channel, and that address can be found below. To everyone who stopped by and watched, thanks so much for your time. I hope you know I appreciate it. And if you don't think you got enough Star Trek information and want to see some more, please check out any of my other Star Trek videos. And when you do, I'll see you there. For indelible... Now, it's funny, last week when the news came through, I almost said Kiefer. Bear in mind, there will... Apparently there's a bear. It's in my mind and it won't escape. Katie, you're going to have to center this and re-record this because you didn't center it before you started this area. Well done.